Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be working on this sketch I got from Pinterest, and it's from Robin's Craft Room. I can't say her last name, so I don't want to butcher it, but just pause here. You can get all the measurements and then come join me at the table, okay? So for today's sketch, we're still using the Honeybee. It's the birthday collection, and I've already pre-cut my papers and have done the stamping of my sentiment. So I use this punch to create my decorative edge. They have the one with the loop, and I have that border punch as well, but I just wanted to use something else, and I had just gotten this particular punch in. So with this, I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to my decorative strip that's going to go on top of the pink, solid pink paper that you see on the bottom there. And it's going to go right on top. So I know it doesn't really show, how do I explain? Because the pink piece is 4 by whatever that other measurement is. Oh, 4 by 5 1/4, right? So that's the length of this the pink paper. And then the smaller side is 1.5 inches wide by 5 1/4. So it goes on top because that whole piece is going to go on top of my mat, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that way it'll fit with just a slight trim around the, what is it, a regular A2 size card. And just to give it a little bit of, something, I'm going ahead and grabbing my gold peel-offs that are off to the left there. And I'm going to go ahead and put those on before I attach it to the mat. So sometimes I attach everything to the mat first and then put my strips on. But if I want to hide the ends, then I'll wait, put the card pieces together, and then attach it to the mat. And if you hear any noise in the background, my cats have lost their minds. All right. Wow, they definitely keep things interesting. Okay, so now we're going to attach everything to our card base. And I'm just using the wet glue as well to give me a little bit of time, so if I don't put it down evenly, I'll be able to pull it back up and make it correct. Which you saw me there. I put it down and was able to pick it right back up because that wet glue gives me just a few seconds before everything kind of adheres, okay? So on the sentiment, I'm going to grab some foam, and I'm just going to put 2 strips and then peel off the backings. And on the back of the foam, I do put a little bit of wet glue before I put it down because, again, anything that I'm unsure or I just want to make sure I'm putting it in the right spot and I want to have a little bit of wiggle room, trust me, use the wet glue with whatever adhesive you're using, and that'll give you just a few seconds to change your mind without damaging what you've already worked on. Now, normally I would add sequins and things like that, but I found this gold, it's the vintage one, and I love how this actually, it came out really well. And I don't have many of these vintage drops from Nuvo, but this gold one is really like one of my favorites. And whenever I'm using Nuvo drops before I start recording, I do take a little tester piece and try and play just so if there's any air bubbles, I don't ruin my final projects. So I would suggest that as well. And then we're going to go in here. We're going to grab a pink envelope. And then on this one, I'm going to grab the envelope that matches the pattern paper that we used. I think that would be super cute. And then just so that they stay together and I don't mess up my drops, I'm going to put the flap of the envelope inside the card. And there you have it. Our finished projects. And it really doesn't take long. I love how this looks. So here are some close-ups. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions or concerns, definitely just leave them down below and I will definitely reach back out to you guys. I appreciate you and I hope you guys have a great weekend.